What is up, guys? It's Fernando back with another video. Today we will be doing my UFC 329 predictions video. I'm going to go through the whole entire card, say who I think's going to win, why they're going to win. The card is loaded top to bottom. This is a great, entertaining card. Some pretty big names in some different spots. We're going to see some new things, some new contenders. So let's get into it. Start with the prelims here. We're going to go through these pretty quickly. We have Alessandro Costa versus Cody Durden. Cody Durden has been on a losing streak. I think he's won his last fight, but he's lost like 4 or 5. So I think Alessandro Costa is going to walk through him. I don't see this fight being too close, so I'm going to take Costa. We have Ryan Gondra versus Zachary Reese. I'm going to take Zachary Reese. I feel like he could put the pressure on him and get the win here. We have Farid Basharat versus Ethan Ewing. This fight might have been canceled or called off. I'm not 100% sure, but if not, I'm going to take Ethan Ewing here. He's been taking everyone's zeros. He's a dog, so I'm going to take him to win that if that fight happens. Again, I'm not 100% sure if it's going to happen. Then we got Damian Pinas versus Cesar Almeida. I'm going to take Pinas. Stronger, better. I just think he's going to end up getting the victory there. We have Tracy Cortez versus Wang Kong. Here, real close, but I feel like Tracy Cortez just has the experience in these type of fights, and I feel like that's gonna lead her to a victory. We have Luke Riley versus Kai Kamaka, 2 young up and comers. Both this should be a very entertaining fight. But in the end, I'm gonna take Luke Riley. I'm going to take the Englishman, Luke Riley. I think he's got the overall skills to get it done here, pick up the victory. And then now we're going to start getting into some of the bigger names here and the more notable people, some interesting fights. We have Cody Garbrandt versus Adrian Yanez. UFC, look at what Cody Garbrandt's done the past few years. What on earth did Cody Garbrandt do to get these type of matchups? Adrian Yanez is going to batter this man. He is going to batter him on the feet. He's going to pick him apart. And Cody Garbrandt is going to start to wither down, and he's just going to get his face punched in. That's my honest feeling. Cody Garbrandt, I just don't get why he's so bad. Like, why he is just not good at fighting anymore. He had that magical performance in 2016, and the fall off has been so drastic. He has the skills, especially the hands, the footwork, and everything. He's got a good wrestling. I just don't understand why he's so bad. So I'm gonna take Adrian Yanez to pick up the victory there. I feel like UFC's really giving him a layup in Cody Garbrandt, but yeah. Then we have the debuting Gable Stevenson versus Elijah Ellison. Elijah Ellison lost in his first match. This is another just complete battering, I believe. This is just a layup for Gable Stevenson to get him into the UFC. He's gonna be able to do whatever. He's gonna take him down and beat the brakes off of him and get a TKO win. His wrestling is gonna be way too dominant. He's real good. So I'm gonna stick with Gable Stevenson. We have Nikita Krylov versus Robert Whittaker at Robert Whittaker's debut in the light heavyweight division. This is another interesting fight because Nikita Krylov he was on a hot streak, lost a couple in a row. And obviously Robert Whittaker going up. This is a real interesting fight. I'm gonna have to stick with. I'm gonna go with Robert Whittaker. Again, the experience factor is just a real big real big in my opinion. Whittaker's been there with the best. He's seen everything. He's felt everything. So I feel like that could really get him through this fight. And the only thing is he's a little bit on the older side, and he's really one dimensional. Truly, I truly feel that Robert Whittaker can get it done. So the next fight we have is King Green versus Terrence McKinney. Another real good fight. We have the electrifying Terrence McKinney, the craftiness, the veteran King Green. But in the end, I think this is like the kryptonite of King Green, and that is the knockout power, the one shot ability of all his opponents that have put him out, and everyone knows that Terrence McKinney has it. I feel like he's going to. It's going to go for a few minutes. Terrence McKinney's going to try and find the range. He's not going to be able to, and then he's going to blitz him, find that shot, and put King Green out. I think he's going to knock him out. Yeah, I just think this is a real, stylistically a bad matchup for King Green, and a real good matchup for Terrence McKinney, where he's going to be able to use his speed, his power, his youth to overwhelm him and find that shot. So yeah, I'm gonna take Terrence McKinney. And that one I'm gonna call for a knockout. I mean, that's not surprising. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are gonna call for that. And then we have another real interesting fight. We have Brandon Royval versus Loner Kavanaugh at 125. Brandon Royval's on I believe a 2-fight losing streak, and Loner Kavanaugh is coming off a win, I believe, over Brandon Moreno. Another stylistic good fight. Both these guys are good on the feet. I don't want to see Brandon Royval lose here, but Loner Kavanaugh is just real technical on the feet. His boxing is real good. His footwork is good. He's able to set his opponents up, and I feel like that footwork is going to be a problem for Brandon Royval, and I think he's going to cruise to I think Loner Kavanaugh is going to be able to cruise to a unanimous decision victory, but it would not surprise me if that dog comes out of Brandon Royval that everyone's seen is able to drag Loner Kavanaugh into deep waters, give him something that he's never felt before, use that cardio and drain Loner Kavanaugh. But I think that it'll be too late for that, and Loner Kavanaugh will be up 2-0, and he'll end up picking up a decision victory. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with Loner Kavanaugh. Then we got another real interesting fight at bantamweight. We have Corey Sandhagen versus Mario Bautista. Corey Sandhagen's striking is so good. He showed off his wrestling in the past few fights, and he's so odd. His style is very weird. It's something that you're not too much of seeing. And Mario Bautista is real basic. So this is something Mario Bautista hasn't really seen before. The lower hands, the way Corey Sandhagen moves, his striking comes in at very weird angles. His footwork's odd. Everything's weird. And Corey Sandhagen has been in there with the best of the best. Mario Bautista has faced a good level of competition as well, but I feel like he has not seen anything like Corey Sandhagen, the awkwardness, and that's going to lead to some confusion for Mario Bautista. He's going to look lost. I feel like he's going to kind of stay in the same spot, not really get off any offense, and Corey Sandhagen will be able to pick up a victory. Most likely, I'm gonna say a decision over Mario Bautista. And then we get into another just stylistically great matchup. Benoit Saint Denis versus Paddy Pimblett. Benoit Saint Denis is the favorite in this fight, but I am going to take Paddy Pimblett, and I'm going to give the one reason why. Because in Paddy Pimblett's last fight, he fought Justin Gaethje, and Justin Gaethje put an immense amount of pressure on him, backed him up, and just forced him backwards up against the fence and dog walked him. And that's exactly what Benoit Saint Denis does. Benoit Saint Denis will use his wrestling more than Justin Gaethje did. Paddy Pimblett has now felt that type of pressure, been in that type of fight, and he knows what to do. And I think that Justin Gaethje is way more skilled than Benoit Saint Denis, and that will lead to Paddy Pimblett being able to weather the storm, kind of like Dustin Poirier did, and win the fight. I'm going to guess it's going to be by a finish, because Paddy Pimblett does have knockout power, and he has the ability to sub anyone. So I'm going to stick with Paddy Pimblett here in the slight upset over Benoit Saint Denis. And then we get to the main event. Conor McGregor, the return of Conor McGregor versus Max Blessed Holloway, my personal favorite mixed martial arts fighter. This is another interesting fight. This is their second matchup. The first matchup happened years and years ago, so that's out the window. And this is interesting. It's at welterweight, 170. Max's first time at 170. Again, Max has always been a big 145er. He was a mid-sized lightweight, but now he's going all the way up to welterweight, and I don't think that benefits him that well. I don't think that is going to lead to a detriment. I don't know if that's a word or not. But obviously, Conor McGregor has fought at 170, and I'm going to just say I think Max Holloway is going to batter Conor McGregor. I think he's going to put the hands to him. I feel like he is going to melt Conor McGregor, and I hope that he does, man. All these Conor McGregor fanboys just praying. They do this every single time. Every single time they do this. over and over again. They get their hypes up. They make believe like, oh, he's going to do this. He's going to go do this. He's going to be return of the Conor McGregor. The dude hasn't fought in 5 years. Conor McGregor has not fought in 5 years. Max Holloway's been consistently fighting for the past 5 years, once or twice a year, against the best of the best. He has got the timing down. He's been active, and that's something Conor McGregor just hasn't had. And now, Max Holloway has, over the past few years, has added knockout power to his hands. Meanwhile, I think that has lowered Max Holloway's cardio. I've seen him get a little bit tired in his past few fights, which I haven't seen earlier in his career. But in this fight, it doesn't matter because Conor McGregor has been known to not have a gas tank whatsoever. After the first, second round, he is done. And Max Holloway, he is hittable, very, very hittable. But does Conor McGregor still have that timing to connect with Max Holloway? Because stylistically, Max Holloway is in, out, and doesn't get hit. In and out and doesn't get hit. He's able to find his range and use the footwork. He never really takes a clean shot. That's the thing. McGregor's going to need to find that one clean shot. Max Holloway gets hit a lot, but I've noticed it's not with super powerful punches. He's never been knocked out besides for the Ilia Topuria fight. And even though I feel like his chin has been cracked, it is weaker now. I don't think that Conor McGregor has that ability to land the absolute cleanest shot to put Max Holloway out cold, because that's the way he's going to have to win. And it's going to be like every other Conor McGregor fight. After the first round, Max is going to start taking control. I believe he will be able to use kicks and really show something that he wasn't able to show in their first fight with the kicks and the power. I feel like that's going to really surprise McGregor, and it's just going to lead to him gassing out, and Max Holloway is going to get him up against the fence and just batter him and melt him for a win here. And yeah, so I cannot wait. Please, Max Holloway, please win this fight. And that's going to be, he's going to be part of my locks of the week. I'm going to lock in, let's see here, who do I want to lock in? Max Holloway. I'm gonna lock in him. I might put a fucking $1,000 on him. I really don't care. I think he's gonna kill him. Terrence McKinney and Adrian Yanez. Those are gonna be my locks of the week. Those three. Parlay them, whatever you gotta do. I'm not too sure who's the favorites. And I know Max Holloway is the favorite. I think Adrian Yanez is they're all the favorites. But anyways, parlay those. I'm just going to put a bunch of money on a Max TKO just because that's my favorite fighter, and I truly believe that he is going to be able to accomplish that. So thanks for watching. Make sure to tune in for the recap and review or reactions for UFC 29. I'm going to be doing that, obviously, Saturday night. I cannot wait for that. So I'll see you guys then, and have a good one.